Hi everyone, my name is Andy Hine. I am a captain here at Excelsior Fire. I've been with Excelsior Fire for about 8.5 years now. Today we are going to go over pumping 101, kind of some of the basics of pumping. How do we get the truck into pump? What safety things do we have to have in place, and kind of the operational steps to get a line charged. We're not going to go super in depth with anything, but let's get started. So first thing we need to focus on is when we get to a fire scene, we're going to park our truck. We're going to want to make sure that when we get here, we're going to put our truck in neutral. From there, you're going to want to make sure you pull that emergency brake. After that's all set, we're going to get out of our truck. We're going to go and we're going to make sure that our wheel chocks are set so the truck cannot roll. Once your wheel chocks are set, we're going to head back to the cab. From here, we're going to shift the truck from road to pump. And what that means is we're getting the drive shaft from the truck and we're shifting it from the rear wheels over to the pump. And so what we do is we grab this, we're going to do one shift to the middle, one shift down. And once these two lights here are green, that's going to give us the okay that we are safely shifted over into pump. From there, we're going to hit the drive button. What that's going to do is that's going to engage the drive shaft. It's going to start spinning the pump. So from there, hit the drive button. Now we're set. From there, now that your pump is spinning, we're going to come here. We're going to want to make sure that we pull our tank to pump out. Once we have our tank to pump, we're going to make sure we recirculate. The important reason for recirculating your pump is that when that water's spinning around, it starts to heat up. As things heat up, there's seals inside that pump, and if they get too hot, they can start failing. So what we do is we open that tank recirculate line, and it's pulling cold water from the tank into the pump and then sending pump water back into the tank, so it's keeping that pump nice and cool. So as you got this all set up, you're going to have firefighters pulling the hose line off. Part of the FAO's job, or the pump operator's job, is once they pull it off to kind of start helping them flake it out a little bit. Once everything's flaked out, they're going to give you a signal that they're ready for water. They're going to do something like this. Otherwise, you might get a radio call saying ready for water. From there, you're going to want to make sure that you match up your hose line. So we at Excelsior Fire, we color code our lines. So my red line is to my red handle, yellow to yellow. So today, let's say we're using yellow. So they're ready for water, they're calling for it. I'm gonna pull this handle out. That's gonna slowly fill the line. And from there, we're gonna go over to this gauge right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit mode, and we're gonna wanna make sure that the pressure light is lit. We always wanna pump in pressure when we're pumping just a basic hand line off the truck. From there, I'm gonna hit my increase on here, and I'm gonna wanna make sure that it's pumping at about 110 PSI, which is what we rated this truck at. From there, you're gonna wanna start working on finding a water supply. For this scenario, let's say we have a hydrant nearby. You're gonna find your large diameter hose. You're gonna connect it either into the front or the driver or passenger side of the truck. And you're gonna establish a water supply to continue on. This truck has about 1,000 gallons of water on it with a 1,500 GPM pump. From there, you're just pretty much monitoring everything, making sure that your water supply is adequate. Once you've established your water supply, you're going to want to make sure you go and close your tank to pump. The reason you want to do that is that's going to be your emergency water supply. You would need an emergency water supply for if you were to have a catastrophic hydrant failure, you no longer have your hydrant supply. You can let the interior crew know that they need to back out, and you can quickly establish 1,000 gallons of water that's on this truck to give them enough water to be able to back out of that scenario until we can find a new way of establishing a water supply. After that, it's just monitoring everything, making sure that everything's looking good, communicating with command. if anything comes up, but that's kind of the basics. So feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my email in the link and ask any questions that come up. Thanks for coming.